Ruth chapter 1, raised to power 1. Now it came to pass in the days when the judges ruled that there was a famine in the land, and a certain man of Bethlehem, Judah, went to sojourn in the country of Moab. He, his wife, his 2 sons, 4 of them. The name of the man was Elimelech. The name of the wife was Naomi. His 2 sons, Mahlon and Chilion. And they came into the country of Moab, and they continued there. You will not continue in the wrong place. Verse 3. And Elimelech, Naomi's husband, died, and she was left, and her 2 sons. Verse 4. And they took them wives, the 2 sons, of the women of Moab. One was Orpah, one was Ruth. They dwelled there in the wrong place about 10 years. And Mahlon and Chilion died, also both of them. And the woman was left of her 2 sons and her husband. Then she arose with her daughters-in-law, that she might return from the country of Moab. For she had heard in the country of Moab how that God had visited his people in giving them bread. Let me stop there. You know the story, I'm sure. What seems good initially can become a tragedy down the road. It is normal for a man to find solution to the crisis of his life. A man who is sick has a right to head to the hospital. That should be the normal and appropriate thing. A man who is in search of money has a right to search for employment. Is that true? A right. But that which is seemingly right can be ambushed by Satan. That's why the psalmist said, "Thou will show me the path of life." There's a path of life. And there's a path to death. And the path of death initially can seem like a path of life. So you need something beyond the common sense to detect it. I'm praying that your antenna will be active. You have an antenna. Picking signals, picking information. The man went to look for food. He found death. Not just death, multiple death. It was as if Satan used the famine to finish his family. From today, you will suspend common sense for Bible sense. One of our great proverbs says, when you are looking for something to eat, you will not meet what will eat you. That which is good can only be fully detected by insight. By Proverbs 16:16. Message translation. Proverbs 16:16. That which is good. Get wisdom. That's insight. It's worth more than money. Choose insight. over income every time. There is insight and there is income. You will not run into tragedy. Again, I say, Elimelech did not know how things will turn out. But if only this man Elimelech had sat with God for just 7 days, Lord, we are going to Moab. Are you going with us? Or, Lord, please go ahead of us. If he had done that, whether he hears God or not, something will have been organized to abort that journey. Praise the Lord. Whether he hears or not. Because he can speak, and God will say, my son, I have heard, and I've taken charge. He may not hear that response, but something will happen to block that motion. And by implication, averting this multiple tragedy. One young man quickly left home. This is less than 2 weeks ago, Lagos, Rule, to go and get a drug for the sick wife. Keke Mawa brushed his car. That's all. Listen. Solid Rock. There are some things you must just leave alone. Just go away. Just go away. But you see, the way we come out from our cars, the arrogance itself, you open the thing and then you see, I always laugh when I see it. God save you. Because that paint was imported. You don't know whether the devil set it up. An argument ensued. The enemy within him, called anger, was used by Satan. He just dashed back to his boot, took his wheel spanner, struck on the head of the Kekemawa. He died on the spot. What are you saying here? That should be in the calculations of every wise-hearted Christian. It should be in your calculations. What was the damage? 77,000. Blessed be God. Satan can say, but you don't have the money. I don't have it now. I will have it 3 weeks' time. The car is still moving. Listen. Drugs could not be bought. Car impounded. Him arrested. And no longer seeing the sun as we see it again. Because he'll be charged for what? Murder. Did he kill? Yes, he killed. Did he plan to kill that day? No. Tread carefully. Life is fragile. The Christian is walking on a narrow path. Which path? Your path is narrow. This was what befell Elimelech. There was rest in his land, but no food. So he chose food over rest. Chose what? When you wake up on Sunday morning, what is your agenda? Church for some. Food for others. Food. Here and here. Here and here. Food. You know, as we are here now, some fellows have, what you will eat is being prepared. What you will eat Some of us, we know some certain individuals that we are going to as soon as we share the grace. Each time I pass that place, one day I saw one rice, powerful rice. The smell of these 2 years was temptatious. Was what? Temptatious. Some actually wake up in the morning, not to come to church, but for that. Listen. And some can do that throughout life. And they will have been so close to deliverance, to salvation, to healing, and they will never be delivered or healed or make heaven. There's a great saying that he's so close to church but far from God. If only Elimelech had heard from God, God would say, don't go. Now listen to this. When God says don't go, don't ever ask why. I should not go to Houston. Lord, I'm going. Don't go. If God says don't go, and you go, you will pay your fears. You will pay your own fears. You understand that? Arise now and go to Nineveh. Jonah. He said no. No. Nineveh. I'm going to Tarshish. Bible says, and he found a ship going down to Tarshish, and he paid the fear thereof. When God sends you, he pays for you. When you send yourself, you pay for yourself. And it's a very heavy payment. Enter the place. Listen to this. Whenever God speaks, spirits move. Nature has heard. Nature must back up what God has said. Everything began to go wrong. In the end, it was thrown where? Into the sea. It was after he repented on earth that God spoke again. And God had to organize something afresh. A friend called it fish marine. God organized a fish marine to carry him. And the experience was so traumatic for Jonah that as soon as he landed by the shore, he asked a question. Lord, since we are now already in Tarshish anyway, can we just evangelize here? God said, no. No, you don't discuss with, no. You are going to go back to that same place I sent you originally. And the Bible says, and Jonah began to enter the place. I think it's 3 days journey. That means he must have run like an antelope. But if you stay here too long again, you can now kill totally. I'm praying that your response will not lead to tragedy. Just in the course of finding food, family almost perished. Only Naomi was left. Elimelech died. The 2 sons died. Now, when they died, the tragedy did not stop there. They've now carried their bad luck to go and meet those 2 ladies. What those ones never prayed for in their life has now befallen them. You will not be a victim of evil association. And only one thing could have made the difference for good. What's that? Hearing from God. It's my experience that we are too soon gone from God when we say we have come to Him. to kneel down and do quality prayers for just 15 minutes is battle for many. Meanwhile, your life is there. Matters about your life is there. Man can't see beyond 5 minutes. Man cannot see beyond 5 minutes. And Satan is so subtle. So subtle. No human being can tackle the devil himself alone. No human being. Not Moses. Not Samson. Not David. Look at the case of King David. Satan was going to strike the whole of Israel. What did he do? Solid. You are not doing Bible study. He made him to number Israel. Common census. Just census. What's wrong in taking census? Nothing. In fact, we need it for planning. But there's already a law of God that forbade the kings of Israel to number the people. The devil was aware of that law. So he just came. He wanted to kill Israel. And he knows how best to do it. Just came to the one man who has power over Israel. One man. One man matters. One man matters for a nation. One man can destroy a nation. This nation needs prayers. Look, I've appointed you ministers. Don't come and meet me. Don't come and meet me. Don't trouble my life. Go and meet the chief of staff. President of a country. Don't trouble me. I look at the ministers. I say we're in trouble. In trouble. I look at what people steal. The money they steal. 3 billion, one person. 600 million, one person. 8-year-old girl, 400 million. In this country, you need extra grace to remain normal. Just to be normal. Especially those of us that read newspapers a lot. You need extra grace to be normal. And I've determined that nobody will kill me before my time. Nobody. Nobody. So grace to cope with all the nonsense. I have it now. 3 billion. One civil servant. They arrested Wadumi. I think it's Wadumi. Wadumi. They arrested him. His town wept. They were sad that our son has been arrested. Kidnapper. Showing the extent to which we have been corrupted. And he's giving, he did borehole here. With whose money? You will not tread on the wrong path. And there are many wrong paths. Many years ago, some of my sons in the Lord were traveling and they were going for one wedding in Ibadan. In those days, no GPS, nothing. They just described for them. So they were traveling with their common sense. Go to Ibadan. Where is this place? Go down this place, turn left, turn right. They entered the compound of Major General Sonny Abacha in the days of Nadeko. In those days. You know, there are times you just, this is a dead end. How did I get here? They want to turn back. And they were turning back, the soldiers were set. As they moved closer, they cocked the guns. When they heard the click of the guns, one of them just fainted. One of them just fainted. You know, fear is a weapon of warfare. Fear is a weapon of warfare. He surrounded them, surrounded the car. General Abacha had a house in Ibadan because he used to be the GOC of the 2nd Mechanized Division. You are NADECO members. We are not. We are church members. We are in RCCG. Bring your ID card. No ID card. So we swear by God, we are members of going for wedding. Okay, bring the IV of no IV. They entered the wrong path. It's a major prayer in Yoruba mythology. They will not go on the wrong path. The wrong path can terminate life. Wrong marriage can terminate life. Wrong job, wrong career can terminate life. They wept life, pleaded for their souls. One had to scream, please, I'm the only daughter of my mother and the only child. Please. No. You know, soldiers can be so terrible. We'll release one of you. Go and bring somebody who is already dressed for church service to be sure that you are not. They did proper due diligence. When that one escaped, he took fresh air. Nearly forgot the rest there. And then when he came, he got down. Said, that's them up. That's them. He stayed. That's them. Go and meet them there. He did return there because he didn't know what will happen next. The path of life. You will not go on the wrong path. God's words warns us of dangers. Of what? Whenever God speaks, hiding in those words are the spirits that will disable Satan. You don't understand me? John 6:63. The words I speak to you. What are they? They are spirits. Those words are spirits. Those words are spirits. A man's way is not in himself. You don't know what next tomorrow. You had that testimony. Armed robbers came. Was it the first or second? Armed robbers came. Armed robbers were not, they didn't think of that when they were sleeping. And you know when robbers come, in fact, that's the day we will know whether you're a man or a woman. Robbers. How many have experienced robbers before here? Robbers, they came. Or you heard that they are around. You just heard that they are around. Listen. Years ago, they came to my street. Years ago. I live on a 3-story building then. I'm number 1, on the street. They came, I saw them. They captured the night watchman. Took his useless gun. It was not a gun, it was just like a gun. But it was it was just wood carved like a gun. Nothing was there. We know that nothing was there. Because it was illegal for him to have one. So we carved one for him. It looked like a gun. When they took it, they said, even your employers don't love you. The robbers chastised the security man. They don't love you. Why should you love them? They were negotiating our destiny. So they asked him, on this street, who are the people that have guns? The man, he opened up.
He cooperated. He was just talking free. Life and death. He was escaping. He was escaping for his own soul at the expense of other people's souls. I tapped my wife. You must not cough. Just be looking. After they obtained all the information, they stood in front of my house, rained bullets into the atmosphere. About 40 bullets. When they finished, they said, anybody with a bone well should come out. Nobody could cough. Nobody. Everybody subdued by fear. It was in the morning we now had, the various things that occurred. And they were shooting. Poor woman, she was weeing. And the other was saying, stop weeing. Your wee is making noise. Stop the wee. Your wee is making noise. So suspend this thing now. No, wait. As they were hammering one door, one woman was shouting, Baba Shade, please come and help me. Please rescue me. Baba Shade, come. After they've gone, Baba Shade came out. Said, stop calling my name. Don't call my name again. They will think I have something. And I don't have anything. Baba Shade ran away for about 3 months. Because they never told him that they are coming back. We don't know you. You see, you've not been tested, though. You've not been? You've not been tested. You know, one former governor of Lagos State. Sorry, Kano State. Former governor of Kano State. Armed robbers put a gun to his neck and he fainted. Plastic gun. Plastic, it was, you won't know whether it's plastic or not. The man fainted. They rushed him to hospital. He never recovered. He died. That was how he died. One fine governor. Yes, you know him. You are not strong. You are not strong. I was told that they robbed the street. They were shooting in front of the estate. A man about 14 houses away fainted. They didn't enter his house. We are coming. Mere announcement. Ordinary. He fainted. Where they robbed, they didn't faint. He only had the gunshots about 19 houses away. Rushed him to hospital. He recovered. He woke up. He saw some people in white, the nurses. He said, are we in heaven? Are we? They said, no. No. You are in Ikeja, Maryland. You are not in heaven. You are not. Where are they? By now? I pray for you that Satan will not ambush you. One word from God, one, has lifelong impact. That's what? Go back to Psalm 19. God's word, one source of danger and directs us to hidden treasures. Psalm 19, verse 11 to 14. Moreover, by them is your servant warned, and in keeping of them there is great reward. Take this into the Message translation. Message. God's word warns us of danger and directs us to hidden treasure. God's word warns us of danger and directs us to where? To where? There are hidden treasures all around you. In the first service, I told them, I said, one of the things that God does for you when you come and you sit down, like say sitting down. Sitting down. It takes time. You won't like it as you start. It's as if you are under house arrest. Yes. It's not house arrest in reality. It is house arrest. And a word will come. That word directs and guides in the affairs of life. Some people know you and you don't know yourself. Are you aware? They know you, but you don't know yourself. Psalm 30, 26 and 27, the Amplified Version. Some know you, you don't know yourself. And you need to know yourself. Coming to God, the first thing is they will discuss who you are. As it is written in the volume of the books, before I formed thee, I knew thee. Jeremiah heard that for the first time, and you'll be wondering, what's all this? But God said, you are not an error. Before you were formed, I know you, now know yourself. Take us there now, Genesis 30, 26, 27. Amplified Version, Genesis 30. You need to know yourself. Who has the hard copy? We are now too much used to. That's also risky. Jacob speaking to Laban, his employer. Give me my wives and my children, for whom I have served you. Let me go. For you know the work which I have done for you. Now verse 27, that's where I'm going. Laban said to him, if I have found favor in your sight, I pray you, do not go. For I have learned by experience and from the omens in divination. From what? That the Lord has favored me with blessings on your account. I'm appealing to you in God's name. Don't resign from this job. Why? When you came and I asked you your name that day, I went to inquire. I went to check who you are. And I was told that you carry multiple stars. But since you don't have enough common sense to use it for yourself, use it for me. That's the meaning. I have learned by omens in divination that God has done what? He has favored me with blessings because you are here. So don't go. I'm begging you, don't go. You will not waste away. Went to one great textile company years ago. To see one of our elders. He had a glass office. As we were talking in his office, one Indian boy, small boy, 21 years, passed. The elder said, Pastor, before you go, you are going to stand at the center of this company and pray that all these cheatings must stop. I said, why? He said, that small boy that passed was born in my presence. That boy has more than me. I'm 58 years old. I said, who is that boy? So his father is the owner of this company. I said, so what's the prayer point? They are cheating us. Do they pay you the agreed salary? Yes. Do they pay you the agreed allowances? Yes. Have they defaulted in paying you? No. So what's the prayer point? That boy met me here. I said, no, you met him here. How? Pastor, how? I said he was in the loins of his father when they arrived in Nigeria. He was where? Then you see, I love presenting things to people in a scary way so that they can wake up. I said, sir, in about 3 years' time, you will retire. You have served that boy's father. If care is not taken, your son will serve his son. And the cycle of slavery will continue. Why? God has directed that man with the eyes of insight to where there is hidden treasure. The treasure is right here with you. You have not seen it. The Lord will open your eyes. God will open your eyes. God will open your eyes. And I'm talking of true hidden treasures, not fraud. Not that they put you on Forbes list. Forbes. 30 under 30. Meanwhile, everything is what? Fraud. Listen to this. Even if they were not arrested, those Nigerians, it is not possible as per the law of God for them to end well. It's not possible. It's not. To end well? No. The days will never come when a human being will break the laws of God without breaking down. It won't happen. Down the line, it must break down. 5, 7, 10 years, it might prosper. You will end well. All begins by hearing him. May I say this as I begin to close? When you give yourself to God to hear, you never know what God can discuss. You never know. In the first service, I told them of an experience in our family, where I and my wife went for a retreat. And we were praying. Day 2, the first information came through my wife. We went for just private retreats. Organized life. No error. No early mortality. No disaster. No. That's why we went. But the first information that came was through my wife. I said, Pastor, I can see your last brother in the family. I see an arrow flying, and I see the arrow piercing his liver. We didn't go there for that. But that's what God came up with first. That became the prayer point. About 5 hours. Retreat over. About 3 weeks down the line, this young chap was rushed down from Ogun State University back home, critically sick. Took him to the hospital, liver disorder. During prayer, what did we see? Arrow piercing the liver. Now he's actually sick. Hospital diagnosis, hepatitis, liver disorder. Doctor, what can you do? Well, I'll take him to Luth. Now. He wrote a referral to another colleague who's an expert at Luth. Like that. So sir, I don't know. He will tell you. We got there to Luth. This man did various tests. Any treatment? He said, no treatment. Just take these vitamins. Vitamins? Sir, will he live? He said 50-50. 50? The 50-50 has been turned to 100-0 when we were praying. of course, he survived. Where I'm going is this. We were not discussing that. That was not why we went for the retreat. But that's what God came up with first. First thing first. This one is not important, this is important. Praise the Lord. That career needs insight. One of our friends was duped to the tune of 155 million naira by church members, redeemed church members working for her. How much? The chief culprit among the thieves was the prayer coordinator. Prayer. Truth is, you don't know anybody. When she saw the devastation and the personnel involved, the personnel weakened her. But if this communion with God had been so robust, that would have been blocked years ago. It directs us to where? Where there is hidden treasure. Genesis 30, 37 to 42. This example of hidden treasure as we close. You know the story. Genesis 30. Jacob, this hidden treasure in cattle. Please listen. God has something to say pertaining to anything you want to discuss. You know, God did a transfer of wealth between Jacob and Laban. But how he did it was first of all spiritual before it was now physical. Jacob took fresh rods of poplar and almond and plane trees and peeled white streaks in them, exposing the white in the rods. Then he set the rods which he had peeled in front of the flocks in the watering troughs, where the flocks came to drink. And since they bred and conceived when they came to drink, the flocks bred and conceived in sight of the rods, and brought forth lambs and kids, which were compatible to the agreement between Jacob and Laban, streaked, speckled, and spotted. Jacob separated the lambs as he had done with the peeled rods. He also set the faces of the flocks toward the streaked and all the dark in the new flock of Laban. And he put his own droves by themselves and did not let them breed with Laban's flock. 41. Whenever the stronger animals were breeding, Jacob laid the rods in the watering troughs before the eyes of the flock, that they might breed and conceive among the rods. Lastly, verse 42. But when the sheep and goats were feeble, he omitted putting the rods there. So the feebler animals were Laban's, and the stronger animal, Jacob's. Go to 43. 43. Thus, this was the mechanism. This was the method. Thus, the man increased and became exceedingly rich, and had many sheep and goats, and maid servants, men servants, camels, and donkeys. God told him something about that same business, not a new one. As you read down this chapter, when Laban saw what was happening, he called Jacob to his office. Jacob, about 6 months ago, you said you wanted to go. And I said you should not go because I've seen one stupid omens in divination. Jacob, you have to go today. Today. There is an instruction you have not received. The day you receive it, your MD will bow. There's an information you are yet to obtain from the custody of the Almighty. The day you receive it, that business will explode. There is something from God you are yet to hear. As soon as you hear it, all the losses of 10 years will get to you in one day. Lord, put my feet on the path of life. Shall we pray? Lord, put my feet on the path of life. There is a